Alright guys, welcome to our first episode of Thinking with JJ Pasak, episode 1, Truth or Lie. I think I need to chat though. I need to chat on screen guys, never mind. I'm calling it off. We need one more thing guys, I'm sorry. There we go, we need chat. I'll put the chat next to the V-Smart, okay? The V-Smart a little bit smaller. In chat. Das feels part, man. Cypher. No, that's not a game. Alright, boys. Welcome to our first episode of Thinking with JJ Pasak. This episode is called Truth or Lie. Great, I already talk like a retard. And in this episode, I'll try to help you out to figure out what things are true and what things are lie. So let's start. We start with a statement.
Oh yeah.
The statement is Earth is flat. What will you guys respond to me? I'm telling you the Earth is flat. What will you guys respond to me if I tell you this thing? I wonder. Truth, fuck chum. Okay, no. I need actual answers, not memes. Not memes, boys. I need actual answers, otherwise this doesn't work if you don't actually answer correctly. I can't truth or false, just answer like you would answer if you would meet a guy on a fucking public, he would tell you this. What would you tell him? Come on, guys. It's a lie. That's what you would say. It's lies. A false statement. This is opinion. Alright, so you would basically respond in many ways. You would say, yes, Idagio, you're a moron, exactly. That's very, very good answer. So either you would say it's a lie, otherwise you would say no, it's round, or you would say you're an idiot, stuff like that, right? That's what your answers would be to such statement. It's not a correct answer though. What your answer should be is explaining why it's not flat. So, for example, you could answer, you can't go to the edge of air, you'll go around it. For example, that's one of the correct answers. The correct answer is basically saying why the earth is not flat, instead of answering, no, it's a lie, no, you're an idiot, etc. Of course, it's obvious that Earth is not flat, so you basically don't even bother yourself with explaining why it's not flat, because it's so obvious that it's not flat. But that will get us to our next statement, where I will say most biggest wars on Earth in the last century were artificially, I'm not sure if that's how you spell it, made. What would you guys answer to that? Most biggest wars on Earth in the last century were artificially made. Most people would say this statement is a lie, right? Most people are convinced that this statement is actually a lie. You take it as guaranteed. So, going by the logic from our previous statement, you should explain why, right? The thing is, explaining why this is a false statement is not as easy as in the first one, is it? Now, when you're supposed to explain this, it's not as easy. Why is it not as easy? I mean, you know this statement is a lie just as the first one. You know it. It's in your brain that you know that this statement is a lie. We have wars because terrorists, we have wars because people want too much power. We have fucking Hitler, Stalin, Mussolini, the fucking guys in Libya, in Iraq, everywhere, right? But how can you exactly explain that wars are not artificially made? You can't actually explain that easily. And that's my point. Why is it that you can't explain this as easy as the first one? Why is that? Well, it's simple, because it might not be a lie. It could be the truth. And that is where I want you to guys think. And this is the way to decide what things are lie and what are truth. The thing is that we all grow up in some kind of society, correct? The society teaches you things, teaches you like Earth is not flat, Earth is round. They teach you that in school. And that's good. But they also teach you other stuff. They teach you, for example, in trading, if you go to economy school, in trading, they tell you that the market price is decided by demand and supply. It's not. It's really not. I know it's not, because I actually am an ex-trader, so I actually know how market works. I know that all markets are decided on insider trading. The price is pushed by mostly banks in the biggest markets, and the demand and supply, I don't want to say it has nothing to do with it. It does, but it's the result of the previous thing. It's not what actually moves the markets. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that if you guys want to actually think outside the box, and this is what a poker player would tell you too, I'm sure Life Coach knows this himself. You basically, if you are convinced about something, instead of telling to yourself, why do you know that what you think is correct, think why it's not correct. Even though you know that it's true, like the earth is flat, you know it's true, you know. But think why it's not true. I mean, earth is flat, you know it's not true, but think why it's true. Like, try to give arguments why earth is flat. Of course, you eventually figure out that it's a lie, but the thing is, the other statements might not be as clear as these ones. So most biggest wars on earth in the last century were artificially made. You say it's not true, you're convinced about it, but ask yourself why it could be true. Try to search for information. Like in poker, it is applied as if you have a good hand, right, and you are convinced you wanna go all in. What a poker player basically does is that if he wants to go all in, he tells himself arguments. He starts to think, why shouldn't I go all in? Because that's how human brain works. It tries to support what you believe in. So the best poker players actually go against their own brain and try to go from the other angle. Instead of telling themselves, yeah, this hand is awesome, I should go all in, I'm going all in, they say, yeah, this hand is awesome, I want to go all in, why shouldn't I go all in? That's how best poker players play. You can ask any best poker player. I'm sure Life Coach did this in his life too. I'm 100% sure. And yeah, this is basically how you can decide what things in this world are true or lie. Nothing is definite. You should not take things as guaranteed. And you should ask yourself the opposite question. Why is it not like that? I know it's like that. Why isn't it like that? And yes, it's probably something you guys should think about. I hope you understood my words. I was never really good at explaining, but yeah, I hope you guys understood what I tried to tell you there. Thanks guys, this was the first episode of Thinking with Chichi Pasak.